This is Class 10 Computer Application Sample Question Paper. Form a CSS code within the head for the following specifications. So CSS means Cascading Style Sheet. And in HTML, we need to give style, we use CSS. The background color we have to give is blue. And there will be a paragraph. The font family will be Dotum. So you can say the way the word or the character will be written will be Dotum, and the color of the text is red. The text in the paragraph will be in red, and heading should be in black color. Heading should be in black color. So this is how it goes. We always write the style inside head. Now, cascading style sheet can be in text, can be outside file. So you can have a file of CSS and then you can include it in your HTML file. Or the other way is to write this inside your HTML like this. We started with style, we ended with style. Inside this, since the body, the thing is background color has to be blue. So the body background color we have given here, background color as blue, colon and semicolon. Now P is the paragraph. As it is being said, paragraph has to be in red color. So color, colon, red, then semicolon. And what will be the font? Dotum. So the Dotum will be the font type. And what about the color? Color red and font family is Dotum. And then braces are closed because body is over. Coming to heading. Heading should be in black color. So we have color H1, color colon black. So heading will be black. Write the HTML code to do the following. To display a horizontal line of green color. So horizontal line. So if we have to display a horizontal line, and that too in green color, we use HR, and color equals green. To create a hyperlink on the word click to an image named testimage.jpg. So we have to make a hyperlink. For that we use anchor tag. This A is for anchor tag. href is the reference of the hypertext. And here we are giving the path. The image should be in the same folder as the concerned HTML page. Then we write the image. It can be any like this. And then we close it. Then we write some text, that is click here. And this click will only be shown. And you will see when you take the mouse, that click will show that it can be clicked. It will be a clickable format. So whenever we click, the image will come up. And then anchor tag we have to close. Write output of the following HTML code. What will be the output? So if you see here, HTML, let me show you first what is happening so that you understand also. HTML we started and we ended with HTML. In the head, that is the heading, we started and we ended. In the title, we added, ended. Title means whenever this web page containing this table will come, the topic, or you can say the title of that web page will be having this text table there. So assume this screen to be a web page. So here on the top, you will see this table being written. Now inside this body, we are closing the body. Inside this body, we are trying to put the table. Table border equals 1. So this is a table. It will be only one line, one length. But the scene is, the border is 1. So if you see this is simple border. But this is the border equal 1. If you increase it to 2, 3, 4 like this, the border size will increase. You can say the boundary size will increase. The border is 1. Now the table we have rows, and inside these rows we have data. So in this table, these are rows, 1 row, 2 row, 3 row. These are rows. And in this TR, that is table row 1, row we have opened. Inside this, we have again TR, TR1, TR2 and TR3. So there are 3 rows actually. 3 rows. Now we started from here, start table end. Now in table row, first row, we have written TH. TH means table heading. This has to be centrally aligned. Table header will always be in bold because it is the heading and it will come in center. So if this is the table, I want to write T and T, anywhere it can come. Center means this T will come in the center. If you see 1, 2 and 3 here, they are centrally located. Coming to row span. Row span equals 3. Row span means this content will take 3 rows. So if you see this O and E, it has taken 3 rows. See, if you have these 3 rows, so the first one, this O and E, will take all this area, all these three part it will take. So 1, 2, 3, all rows, only one will come, 0 and E, O and E. Okay. Actually, we have merged this. You can say the first column has been merged. All the rows have been merged for the first column. This is, understand why the dotted. So these 3 rows are given to 1. Then table heading we closed. Everything we have to close if we open it. Then table header also we closed. Now it will be header, so it will come bold. Now TH is, now we are coming to the second table heading. Table head is 2. So it will exactly work like this was the O and E, but only row span will be not 3. It will have simple 1 row. 1 row. So now TH will be 3. Third one. So first have taken 3 rows. The second is not taking 2 rows. First has taken all the 3 rows because row span is 3. Here only the 2 will have only one place like this, that is first row and 1 column. Here also first row and third row and 1 column. So that is why 1 will be in 3 rows and 2 and 3 have no row span. So they will have only 1 row. So first row, 2 and 3 will be adjusted. 1 row, same row, but the column will be different for 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Okay. Now we have TR. This TR again for the second row. 1 row we have covered. First we have given 3 rows, second we have given the first row only, second, third. Coming to the second row. In this second row, again we have to put TD rows. Now this first row has already been taken. First row has already been taken. So we cannot have this ROSE in the first row. We are forced to start it from this second column. And second row and second column. So table row, always we have table row, then we have inside this TD, table data. So here we come, 1 is already occupied. So ROSE will come in this second row, but to the second column, not to the first column, second column. Again Lily will come in the third column. Second row, but third column. TR we have closed. So now this second row is also finished. Second row also we finished. Okay. Now coming to the third table row. So this is, first is already filled by 1. So we say TD align center. So all the content of this row will come in the center. This rows in Lily are left aligned. By default, they will be left aligned. But in this third row, TD align is center. So this Fancy and Dahlia will come in the center. Same, Dahlia and Fancy, we have said that is center. Now call span equals 2. First, Fancy is okay. Call span equal to 2 for Dahlia. So this will take 2 columns. I am saying the column it will take will be 2. It will take 2 columns. That means, see, this is row, column is this. So it will take 2 columns. So 1 column, 2 column. It will take 2 columns. 1 column, 2 column. So if you see the size of Pansy and Dahlia, you can easily see that Pansy is taking 1 column, Dahlia is taking 2 columns. So call span is 2 now. Call span is 2 now. Okay. So this is how it is taking 2 columns. So I just tried to show you that how it has extended. It has not extended. The only thing is Dahlia is going to take 2 columns. So the size, if you say where 2 is, the size of 3 is, you can assume it to be taking 2 columns, Dahlia. Okay. 3 will be there, Lily will be there, Dahlia all these sizes will be same, but it will be two columns, right? So this is how it is done. So you need to understand call span and row span. This is the main key idea of this question. Observe the following table and write the HTML code to generate it. So here, whatever we have done, this is the, you can say, inversion of that. HTML we started, HTML we ended. Head, in this head ended we. Title ended. In this we gave table. So the web page will show title as table. The title will be table, wherever the web page will be found. So it's not the table title, it's the web page title. Now we started body, we ended the body. Now table border 1, as I said earlier also, there are two lines if you see. The border has extended. The border is, the width of the border is high, more. Coming to table row, first table row. Now table row we started, th align center. So this you can see serial number is in center. Now we are talking about serial number first, header. So serial number, this is header. So th we have written. See, if I say name, age or sex, so here when we write name, age, sex, so here can be 100 names in below this, 100 names. So top line is the header. This will always be in bold. So if we write th, align equals center. So serial number will come in center. Now it has taken two rows. Row span equals 2. Size of row serial number, first column, if you see it is higher than the other columns you see, right? So row span has extended to 2. So it will take 2 rows to put serial number, not 1 row. I hope you got the idea. Number of students, how many? Number of students, 1, 2, 3. So number of students has taken 3 rows. And here, if you see, this serial number has taken 2 rows. Okay. So serial number is having 2 rows, number of students 3 rows. And now we have started TD. Now next TD, so row span is 2. This is 2. So for class also, row span is 2. Class will also have 2 rows. It has taken row span as 2 again. Now coming to the this third one, th. The call span is number of student has taken. Call span as 3. 1, 2, 3. Column it has taken 3. 1, 2, 3. These are column. So all these 3 columns, number of student has come. Serial number has taken 2 rows. Number of students have taken 3 columns. Then we ended the TR. Okay. First row has cancelled. Means finished. Second table row. Because serial number class has already taken 2 rows. So we cannot have anything in serial and class. We cannot write anything because 2 rows, serial number, class. Already they have taken 2 rows. Now coming, and 3 columns have been taken to number of students, but number of students have taken only 1 row. Now coming to the second row, which is already equivalent to the serial number and class. So this already is finished. So start here, means below this number of students. Now English will come below Hindi, below number of students. Hindi will come after that, and regional will come after that. So this is how they will take normal row size and column size. Now top 2 rows have finished. Coming to the third row now, where 1 XA, etc. 10A is written. So now it is centrally aligned. We have said center, TR align center, and 1 is simply TD align center 1 and TD ended. And after that XA 10th A basically it's TD align, means table data alignment will be center. And again this TD and TD is 35. So by default it will come below English. When we come to third row, this 35 will come. Then we have this 10, and same way 6 will come. Okay, same thing you have to write for 35, 10, 6. Same thing you have to write. Now coming to the fourth row. So TD you have to start because it is TR, so TR you have to start, and you have to write 5 table datas. So 5 table datas are being written, and end the TR and end the table and the body and the HTML. differentiate between, there is a block called forever. There is a block called repeat. Forever means always. It will never end. Infinite. Sun will shine forever. This is going to happen every time. It will go, this loop will run again and again. Repeat means it will repeat. But since it is having a number 10, so it's clear given that it will only run for 10 times. So whatever instruction we have inside forever, it will execute again and again and again till the time the project is running, or you have a stop button which have this possibility of pressing it to be closed. So this goes on and on, infinite loop it is. When we come to repeat, repeat means it's given 10, you can have 20, 30, whatever number you want to write. Now this will run for 10 times, only 10 times. All the instructions are going to repeat, but if I say forever and if I say print, I'm taking just an example. Means your name is Amit. If I write forever, Amit will be printed again, and again. Means infinite time. It will never stop till you do it, till you do something. Control C, Control Z, or whatever logic you have used. What about this? Repeat means if I write repeat in place of repeat and I say 10 or any number, so you will be seeing this Amit, that is Amit will be printed only 10 times. You start with A1 and then count 10, Amit will be printed 10 times. Differentiate between if then and if then else blocks. So if then, if you understand that if, this is simple English, if something happens, that is this condition is true. If this condition is true, then do something. Otherwise, do something. If something is there, if it rains, then I will take, say, umbrella. If it rains, or I will buy an umbrella, or I will carry an umbrella. But this is if then case. If it rains, then I will take umbrella. But if it doesn't rain, then what? That is exactly what if then else is doing. If it rains, then I will take umbrella. Otherwise, for that we use else. Otherwise, I will not take an umbrella. I will not carry an umbrella. I hope you got the idea. Okay. So if something happens, then I will do this. If this thing doesn't happen, then else will come. So the instruction blocks enclosed inside this if block are executed only if the condition is true. Nothing happens if the condition is false. No action has been taken for false. In case of if then else block, the instruction blocks enclosed inside the if are executed if the condition is true. And if the condition becomes false, then the instruction blocks enclosed inside the else part are executed. Right? I'll give you one more example. If 2 is greater than 10, this is a false condition. 2 is not greater than 10. Then something will happen. If x2 is greater than 10, something will happen. But if 2 is not greater than 10, 2 is say less than 10, the condition false, you have to have some else. Means in first case, nothing will happen if this 2 is greater than 10. It is not possible. No action has been taken. But in the second case, if 2 is greater than 10, it's false. So it will come to else. It will come to else, and else say instructions will be executed. Okay. So this if then only for true, if then else both for true and for false condition also, for else also. This is how it works. Study the scripts given below and answer the questions. What will be the final position of the cat scratch mascot after running the following script? What will happen here? So there is a script, and what is the position? And let me tell you before I go to the answer, When something is cleared, clearness will be there, something will be cleared, and the position will be 90-90 initially. Then the masket, that is the billy, or you can say cat, is turning 15 degree. Then it will glide. Glide is simply moving. So it will be moving to position x0, y0. Now this x0, y0 is the, if I can show you the stage, in this stage, the central position, the coordinate of the central position is what? It's 0, 0. It's 0, 0. Okay. So it will come at center of the stage. What happens when the sprite does not touch the edge of the state? So here, two scenarios are given. When something is clicked, show will be there, set size to 100%. But here, you see two conditions are there. Something will be repeated until somebody presses the space bar of the keyboard. This will go. But here, if touching edge, if the edge is being touched, that is the corner or the screen corners are being touched or the lining are touched, it will say touched for 1 second. So there will be some message will come. There will be a turning, size will be changed by 20. And if there is an edge, there will be a bouncing. There will be bouncing. And this will happen if the edge, that is the boundary, is touched by the masket. Else, if the edge is being not touched, simply the costume will be changed and there will be a message saying say for 1 second. That means, if you see here, they're both the option are being asked here. So if somebody touches here or this masket touches here, that is the edge, what will happen? There will be some message that it touched for 1 second, and there will be positional change and some change, size by 20. Okay. What will happen? What will happen if it doesn't touch the boundary? So not touching is harsh here. So the costume will be changed. Simply costume or the attire will be changed, and there will be a message: say save for 1 second. Say save for 1 second. I hope you got the idea. So it changes the costume and displays the color box with the message save for 1 second. Now the same question is there, and the question is, what happens when the sprite touches the edges? As I just indicated, when it touched, the first part will be executed as the if part will be executed. Displays the color box saying touched. Turns on the left by 30 degrees. Increase the size by 20 points. And it bounces back. Bounces back. This will happen. Name the tab and category of blocks that should be selected to do the following. Ask. So username will be what? Whenever you ask the username, there will be in the script tab, we have to choose sensing category of blocks. Which blocks? Sensing category. And if you want to add a variable to store points of the game, if you want to state some variable basically, then in script tab we use data category of block. Data category of block. Section D, Python. Which of the following are valid variable names in Python? First thing is, a variable name in Python should always start with a letter A to Z or underscore. Only possibility is this. We cannot start with a number. So this will get rejected. We can reject it. As I said, variable cannot start with a name. This we already seen. Now, third is, a variable can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Alphanumeric is small a to small z, 1 to 9 and capital A to capital Z. This can be possible. 0 to 9 and underscore. Only underscore. Underscore is like this one, my underscore. So that means this is rejected. Ampersand sign will be rejected. Okay, it fails the test. Variable names are case sensitive. Capital and small are not same. And you cannot have a reserved word. If, then, else, like this. So these are reserved words. We cannot have it. So here if will fail. If will fail. So my book, my underscore book and hello world will be the answer. They will pass the test. What will be the output of the following expression? So these are almost same. Either be 2.7 version or 3.x version. So here we have print test 3 times, asterisk. Second is print 7, 8. In the first case, you want to print test 3 times. So this is test being printed 3 times. So printing, simply printing. Test will be printed 3 times. Print 7 plus 8. Now 7 is a character. Single quotes means it's a character. You are not adding it as a number. 7 plus 8, if you add it as a number, it should come as 15. But we are not adding it. We are trying to concatenate it. Concatenate means जोड़ना चाहते. 7 plus 8, so 7 plus 8, concatenating the character or string, it will be 7, 8. It is not 78 also. Neither it will give 15, neither it is 70. It's 7, 8 as a character. What will be the output of the following code if the users enters principal amount as 20,000 and the time as 10 years? Now, see, there are two things user need to enter: principal amount and time. Now, 20,000 is the principal amount, time is 10 years. If t is greater than 10, what will it take? It's going to check. 10, if 10 is greater than 10, 10 cannot be greater than 10. 10 is equal to 10, but 10 is not greater than 10. So that means if 10 is greater than 10, which is not possible, which is not true, it will go to else. If t would have been greater than 10, first condition, si will be printed, means done, but it will go to else. So pt into 15 by 100, this will be executed. P is 20,000, t is 10, and 15 is 15. 15 is 15 and divided by 100. Divided by 100. So 100 gets cancelled. Means 2 zeros you can cancel. It will be 30,000. So the answer will be 30,000 of this code when it runs. I hope you got the idea. 30,000. Write a code that displays the sum of first 10 natural numbers. How do we do it? We start with x equals 1. We start with s sum equals 0. Now while x is less than or equal to 10, it has started from 1 till it reaches 10. Till it reaches 10, sum equals sum plus x. And then we increment x every time in this while loop until x reaches that point when it becomes equal to 10. So I'll show you the runs. First 2-3 runs. How does this program work? So x is 1 now. So when we have while x is 1, so 1 is less than or equal to 10. 1 is less than 10. So sum is initially 0. Sum is initially 0. The sum is sum plus x. In x, 1 has come because x is 1 now. And sum will be 0. So sum will have 0 plus 1. That is in sum will have 0 plus 1, 0. That is 1. Now sum will have value as 1. This is first iteration. Coming to the second iteration. X is increased. X is x plus 1. X has incremented. So while this x is now 1 has become 2. 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, it is. 2 is actually equal to 10. Sum was 1 in the first iteration. The sum equals sum plus x. Sum is 1 now. And this x has become 2. So sum will be having 3. Sum will have 3 after the second iteration. Iteration you can say. Coming to the third one. Let me tell you 3 iteration. Then you understand well. Now x has become 3. X equal to x plus 1. So while 3 is less than or equal to 10. So 3 is less than or equal to 10. Now sum will be what? Sum was initially 3, second iteration. At third iteration, it will be 3 plus, now this x has become 3, so 3 plus 3. This has become 3. 3 plus 3, so sum has become 6. Sum has become 6. This is after 3 iteration. This is how 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Finally, all this added, that will be the result. First we started 1, added 1 with 0 because sum was 0. Sum was 0. So in sum, 0 plus 1, sum in first iteration will be 1. In the second iteration, sum will be 1 and we added it with 2. It will be 3. Third iteration, sum has become 3. So we added with 3. So it will be 6. This is how it's going to work. It's what the code has been asked. So I just try to explain it. So this is all about this question, several question paper. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.